EP3. Lost in Bangkok. Bangkok has a funny way of making you feel small. Not lonely exactly, just small. Millions of people moving in every direction, motorcycles slipping between cars, street vendors calling out from the sidewalks, trains passing high above the city, boats cutting across the river. And somewhere in the middle of all that noise, there was me, Johnny Tennessee, a man who had traveled halfway around the world and still couldn't figure out which side of the street he was supposed to stand on. But that morning, I wasn't thinking about Bangkok. I was thinking about a smile. Her smile. Molly. The girl I'd met the day before. The girl with the warm smile. I looked at my phone. Nothing. I put it down, picked it up again. Still nothing. Johnny, I told myself, you've known this girl for one day. I put the phone in my pocket. 3 seconds later, I took it back out. Still nothing. This was ridiculous. I came to Thailand to see the world, not to stare at a telephone. So I grabbed my camera, put on my boots, and walked out into Bangkok. That was my first mistake. The hotel receptionist smiled when I walked through the lobby. She asked where I was going. I answered with the confidence of a man who had absolutely no idea. "Oh, just walking around." She looked slightly concerned. She asked if I had Google Maps. Of course. Then she asked if I had internet. Probably, she smiled. That should have been my warning. Outside, Bangkok was already wide awake. The smell of grilled pork drifted through the air. A woman was cutting mangoes beside the road. Somebody was frying garlic. Motorcycles buzzed past me. A tuk-tuk driver waved. "Tuk-tuk?" "No, thank you, I'm walking." He pointed down the street. "Very hot." "I'll be fine." 20 minutes later, I was not fine. Bangkok heat doesn't ask permission. It just wraps its arms around you and says, "Welcome to Thailand." I stopped at a small drink stand. There were bottles everywhere. Red, green, orange, purple. I pointed at one. "What is that?" The woman said, "Nam Kray Jab." I tried. "Nam crazy?" She laughed. No, Kray Jab." "Kray Jeep?" More laughter. I bought it anyway. Cold, sweet, a little sour. Perfect. I raised the cup and proudly said, "Aroy." Her eyes widened. Then she answered me with an entire sentence in Thai. I froze. That was considerably more Thai than I knew. "That's all I've got." She laughed again. Bangkok, 2. Johnny Tennessee, 0. My plan was simple. Take the train, go toward the river, walk around, take some photographs, eat something I couldn't pronounce, come back before sunset. Simple. Except Bangkok had apparently decided that I needed character development. I stood in front of the train map for several minutes. Blue line, green line, gold line. Stations with names I couldn't remember 5 seconds after reading them. A young man beside me asked if I needed help. Yes. He asked where I wanted to go. I pointed confidently at the map. There. He looked at my finger. Then he said, "Sir, that's the legend." Oh. Eventually, I got on a train. Air conditioning. Beautiful invention. I stood by the window feeling proud of myself. Look at that. Johnny Tennessee. International traveler. Bangkok train expert. Then I noticed something. The buildings outside didn't look familiar. I checked my phone. No internet. I checked the map above the door. Wrong direction. Of course. At the next station, I got off. Then I got on another train. Also wrong. I wish I could tell you I'm exaggerating. I'm not. By noon, I had traveled through parts of Bangkok I hadn't planned to see, and somehow ended up farther away from my hotel than when I started. But something strange happened. I stopped worrying about it, because once you accept that you're lost, you start noticing things. An old man feeding pigeons, a schoolgirl sharing her umbrella with her grandmother, a motorcycle taxi driver sleeping on his bike, A tiny spirit house covered in flowers. A street vendor laughing with a customer. Bangkok wasn't just traffic and skyscrapers anymore. It was thousands of little stories happening at the same time. And for the first time, I wasn't trying to understand everything. I was just watching. Eventually, hunger made the next decision for me. I found a tiny restaurant tucked beside an alley. Plastic chairs, metal tables, one fan turning slowly overhead. No English menu. Perfect. I sat down. The woman behind the counter said something in Thai. I smiled. Yes. She said something else. I nodded. Yes. She looked confused. So was I. Finally, I pointed at the plate of the man sitting beside me. I'll have what he's having. The man looked at his food, then at me, then smiled. He warned me that it was spicy. I didn't understand the words, but I understood his face. That face said, "You have made a mistake." 5 minutes later, a plate arrived. Rice, basil, meat, fried egg. Beautiful. I took the first bite. Fantastic. Second bite. Still fantastic. Third bite. There it was. Fire. Pure fire. My eyes watered. My nose started running. I could hear my ancestors calling me home. The man beside me asked, "Spicy?" I tried to maintain my dignity. "No." He pointed at my face. "You cry." "I'm emotional." The entire table laughed. I drank water. That made it worse. Someone handed me ice. Someone else told me to eat cucumber. For 5 minutes, the entire restaurant became an emergency response team for one American and a plate of basil. And somehow, I loved every second of it. After lunch, I walked without a plan. The afternoon light softened. Clouds gathered over the buildings. Bangkok changed color. And again, I thought about Mali. It wasn't love. Not yet. Maybe it wasn't even romance. It was curiosity. There was something about her, the way she laughed when I tried to speak Thai, the way she listened, the way she seemed completely comfortable in a city that made me feel like I had landed on another planet. I wondered what she was doing. Working? Eating lunch? Laughing at another foreigner who couldn't pronounce Thai? I took out my phone. Still no internet. Good. Probably saving me from embarrassing myself. I put it away. And that's when the rain started. Not Tennessee rain, not polite rain. Bangkok rain. 1 second, nothing. The next, the sky opened. People ran beneath awnings, motorcycles pulled over, vendors covered their carts with plastic, and I stood there like an idiot. Within seconds, I was soaked. I ran beneath the nearest awning. A little boy looked at me, then at my wet clothes, then started laughing. His mother tried to stop him. I laughed too. Yeah, buddy, I know. Thunder rolled over the city. For 20 minutes, strangers stood together beneath that tiny roof. Nobody knew me. I didn't know them, but somehow nobody seemed like a stranger. A woman moved over to give me more room. Someone handed me a tissue. The little boy offered me half of his snack. I didn't know what it was. I ate it anyway. That's one thing Thailand was beginning to teach me. Sometimes hospitality doesn't need a common language. When the rain stopped, the city looked brand new. Wet pavement reflected the lights. The air was cooler. And after another long walk, I finally saw the river. The Chao Phraya. Boats moved across the water. Temple roofs rose between modern buildings. The clouds were turning gold. I stood there quietly. For the first time all day, I wasn't lost. Or maybe I was. I just didn't care anymore. I leaned against the railing and watched Bangkok move around me. Back home, I always thought being lost meant you'd made a mistake. But maybe sometimes, being lost is how life gets you somewhere you never planned to go. I pulled out my phone. 1 bar, then 2. Internet. Messages started appearing. And there it was. 1 message. From Mali. I stared at her name longer than I'd like to admit, then opened it.
Hi, Johnny. How is Bangkok today?
I smiled. I typed, "I think I'm lost." 3 dots appeared almost immediately, then disappeared, then appeared again.
Where are you?
I looked around. Excellent question. I sent her a photograph of the river. A few seconds later,
Johnny, how did you get there?
I laughed out loud. Talent.
Hahaha.
I smiled at the screen. Then another message appeared. 3 little fives. 555? I frowned. Why are you sending me numbers?
Because in Thai, the number 5 is pronounced ha. So 3 fives means hahaha.
I stared at the message. Then I laughed. Of course it does. Thailand had just taught me another language, the language of laughing by numbers.
Wait there.
I read it twice. Why?
Because if you move, I may never find you.
25 minutes later, I saw her, walking toward me through the evening crowd. Mali, hair moving gently in the river breeze, that same warm smile. She stopped a few feet away and looked at me, then at the river, then back at me.
How?
How what?
How did you get lost this far?
I prefer the word exploring.
You went the wrong way?
Several times.
Wrong train?
Possibly.
More than one?
That's classified information.
Johnny, Tennessee, you're wet.
Rain.
You don't have umbrella?
No.
You don't check weather?
No.
You don't know where you are?
Not exactly.
Johnny, Tennessee, you are very difficult tourist.
I've been here 3 days.
Exactly.
She laughed. And there it was again, that laugh, the one I'd been thinking about all day. We started walking beside the river. For a while, neither of us said much. We didn't need to. Bangkok did the talking for us. Boat engines, temple bells in the distance, people laughing, water against the pier, music from somewhere across the street.
Do you like Bangkok?
I thought about the question. This morning, I wasn't sure.
And now?
I looked across the river. Lights were beginning to appear along the buildings. Now I think I'm starting to.
Even when you're lost?
I looked at her, especially when I'm lost. She looked away, trying not to smile. I noticed, but I didn't say anything. Molly took me to a small riverside food stall.
Trust me.
That phrase has gotten me into trouble before.
Thai food?
Yes.
Spicy?
I stopped walking.
No spicy.
Promise?
Maybe little.
Molly.
Okay, no spicy.
We sat at a small table beside the river. She ordered everything. That seemed safer. A bowl of soup arrived. Grilled chicken, rice, vegetables, something wrapped in banana leaf. I pointed at it. What is that?
Try.
What is it?
Try first.
That's suspicious.
Johnny.
Yes, ma'am. I took a bite. It was incredible. She told me the Thai name. I tried to repeat it, badly. She corrected me. I tried again, worse.
Your Thai is terrible.
My Thai has personality.
No, your Thai needs an ambulance.
I laughed so hard I nearly dropped my spoon. For the next hour we talked. About Tennessee, about Bangkok, about food, about music, about places she'd been, places I wanted to see. I told her why I'd come to Thailand. Not because I had some grand plan, maybe because I didn't. I wanted to see somewhere different, hear different music, eat different food, meet people whose lives looked nothing like mine. Molly listened. Then she asked,
What are you looking for?
That question stayed in the air. I looked toward the river. I don't know.
Maybe that's why you keep getting lost.
Maybe. But somewhere inside, I wondered if she was right. It was fully dark when we left. Bangkok at night was a different city. Neon signs, food carts, headlights, music. steam rising from cooking pots, people everywhere. Molly walked beside me like she had known these streets forever. I followed her. For once, happily. At the station, she showed me exactly which train to take.
This one, not that one. This direction. Count 4 stations, then get off.
Got it.
You sure?
No, she laughed. Then my train arrived. The doors opened. I stepped inside. Before they closed, I turned around. Molly?
Yes?
Thank you.
For what?
For finding me.
You were not difficult to find.
No?
No, you were the only wet American looking confused beside the river.
Molly! She waved as the train pulled away. I watched her disappear behind the crowd, and suddenly, Bangkok didn't feel quite so big anymore. That night, back in my hotel room, I put my camera on the table. I looked through the photographs from the day. Street vendors, train stations, rain, the river, food, Bangkok lights. Then the final photograph, Molly. She hadn't known I'd taken it. She was looking toward the river, smiling. I stopped on that picture, maybe for longer than I should have. My phone buzzed, a message.
Did you reach hotel?
Yes. Then I added, only got on one wrong train.
Tomorrow, don't go anywhere alone.
By now, I knew exactly what that laugh meant. I typed, "Is that an order?"
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. I put the phone down. Outside my window, Bangkok was still awake. Cars moved through the streets below. Lights stretched toward the horizon. Millions of people, thousands of streets, hundreds of places I couldn't pronounce. I had come halfway around the world thinking travel was about knowing where you were going. Maybe I had it backward. Maybe the best journeys begin when you don't. And maybe, sometimes getting lost isn't really getting lost at all. Sometimes, it's how you find the person who changes the direction of the whole journey. I turned off the light. My phone buzzed one last time. I looked.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m. Coffee?
I smiled in the darkness. Only if you choose the place.
Good idea.
And that was how my worst day navigating Bangkok became the day I couldn't stop thinking about. Not the trains, not the rain, not even the food that nearly killed me. I was thinking about Molly, the girl with the warm smile. And tomorrow, we were having coffee. Johnny and Molly Stories, Episode 3, Lost in Bangkok. Next time, 1 coffee, 2 smiles. Sometimes a cup of coffee is just a cup of coffee. And sometimes, it's the beginning of something neither person is ready to name.